Ken folk, what it do? As usual, this is Angela. I am in my home and actually editing this next talk. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is me, and I am having a round table with all men, multi-generational, just listening. I have a few questions that I ask, and some of them they answer. Some of them they answer. Some of them they don't. But I get in when I need to get in, and what I try to do is try to remain unbiased. It's a challenge to be unbiased, like I said, and like I've said before, I'm unbiased adjacent. Unbiased adjacent, and my sole purpose here is to facilitate the conversation and to facilitate them being heard. Listen, a comment. And maybe I said again, this will encourage you to sit down and have a conversation with some folks you love, some folks that, I didn't know he might have thought that way. Is this something that you may think about? We laugh quite a bit, a bit vulnerable. And I was very appreciative of them going as deep as they got. Now, mind you, this is my first meeting with them. And since then, I've met with them maybe 3 or 4 more times since then. So these conversations will evolve and they will continue. But with that being said, I just want you to listen with open ears. Know going into it that it's not your perspective. And as far as your expectation of me, well, Angie, why didn't you say this and this? Why didn't you defend us? This is not my place for defense. I slipped a couple of times, but this is my place to allow them to talk. One other thing I want to let you know about, I told some truths in respect to my opinion. And a lot of times we don't like to look at us as we are. And I'll state that, and I'm certain that, I'll have some people that disagree, and I understand that, but all I want you to do is to kind of listen and take it in. And maybe one day you can come chat it up with me, and, I can hear your perspective as well. But other than that, here we go. Ken folk, we gonna see what it do. Thanks. Bye-bye. So I want us to go back to these chips. These chips I gave y'all.
I got a little tip, so you got to explain this to me again.
Okay, so the chips, when I say something, the burgundy chips, which is my favorite color, I keep throwing that out in case y'all want to gift me with some. Christmas coming up.
Gotcha.
Same color as my car. Check it out. This is true or agree. Blue is false, even though I don't mean to turn on Crips like that. But blue,
that was very disrespectful.
I know. Maybe I should switch it. You understand?
Because blue is true. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
I don't care either way.
That's what Jesus said. You understand me? That's what the Lord say. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to ask you a question. You tell me if it's true or false. As a man, I would rather be with a partner that I am physically attracted to, that complies with everything I say with no questions, or a partner that supports your ideas, yet you got to learn to love their looks.
Wow.
So she challenges you. She challenges you. She supports your dreams.
I thought it was a true or false question.
Right.
No, I said true or false or agree. Which one?
So
is
blue is disagree and red is agree, or like which one is which?
So the first statement is I would rather have that woman that I'm physically attracted to.
That's really two.
That asks no questions, rather than a person that challenges me that I have to learn.
So blue is challenging and red is attractive.
Yeah. Which would you rather have? A woman?
And then red is true.
You can't throw both out.
Is false.
Red is
the
attractive
first one,
and blue is.
I would rather have a woman that's attractive that asks no questions.
You can't ask a man.
That asks no questions.
You cannot ask a man.
That opens the Pandora box. My mind is like everywhere right now. I'm like,
that's the red one.
So here's the situation.
Or the blue one is
y'all,
that she pushes you. Don't do that. She pushes you. She supports you, But you got to. I didn't say there was nothing wrong. She might be fire, but she might not be your type of fire, and you may have to learn to love that.
This goes back to what he said
earlier.
We're all attracted to different things.
I understand that
as a man.
Okay.
So
she can't be no monster though.
We know that. Right.
What's a monster? But we'll talk about that.
Right, that's true too. Because I could be like, man, Hershey fine as hell. He could be like, shit, Miss Goodbar look great. You dig what I'm saying?
I got
we
you.
all have our own different opinions on what's fine and what's not fine, and what looks good and what don't look good.
But you all like they say, what's the song? You all, y'all, you all.
We all.
What's the song? If they ain't hating, I don't want her.
Oh no, that's all.
So
no, but that's
does that affect you?
But that goes back to what I was talking about earlier about being an alpha amongst your colleagues. You still want to
the trophy wife.
Yeah, you want to wow your colleagues with look what I bagged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, because it's like one thing is
that's the trophy.
I come in here. They
With,
like,
the red one was
the red one was fine.
Attractive, no questions,
submissive,
complies.
fine and submissive.
And then the blue one was she's a little ugly.
She's ugly, but she
ain't no ugly. I don't even like that word. Let's not do that.
Exactly. You
But
see
you
what I'm
said
saying?
learn to like.
See,
Like
look,
it has to be some kind
She
of.
might not be your speed.
You know, that's something I
She
don't
might.
say.
She might be a librarian. She might be Peppermint Patty.
Peppermint.
I like librarians too. Though. Like they nasty.
See?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
There you go, because let that hair down and it's going down.
Okay, well, I mean, they always say, well, the consummate beauty is Halle Berry, right?
No.
Nah.
Well, and that's the thing. It's different. But somebody will get her, and they'd be like, that's what's up. Somebody have to learn to love.
But it goes
You
back to
understand
what
what I'm saying?
VT said earlier. The beauty is in the eye
Which
of the
one do
beholder.
you want?
I want somebody that's going to further my
both.
wealth and
Now, what are you
and
talking
goal
about?
in
What are
life.
you talking about for the
I
night?
don't want to
Or
say
you talking
yes.
about for
I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
It's legitimately both.
right?
It's legitimately both.
It's legitimately both.
I don't want just no yes
What if
person.
you had to choose?
That's the thing.
What if she hits your light?
With the blue.
So you going with the blue. So if she hits all your buttons, as far as pushes you enough,
What are all my
without.
buttons?
Okay, your buttons might be you feel like you would thrive with a woman that supports you,
You know what I mean?
that helps you with your ideas, that is a great homemaker, something that you're like, yeah. If you have a list, because you guys, we all have a list,
So let me ask you this.
but maybe she don't look like you would make her look.
So let me ask you this: on a scale of 1 to 10, how unattractive is she? Because I got to know that level.
Hold on, bro.
We ain't talking about a 1 or a 2.
1 to
But let me ask
10,
you, bro.
maybe she a 4.
Let me ask you a question.
Maybe she a 4,
What's
but she
your 1
hit
to 10?
every other
What's his
boat.
1 to 10? What's his 1 to 10?
That's what I'm
What's
saying.
his- you know?
No, I'm saying, but
Okay.
this is a general scale.
Okay, so
the
say-
scale it has nothing to do with,
Okay.
with the personal preference. I'm just
Okay.
saying, just
Blue is a
from
4.
a 10,
Blue is a 4,
4.
but she hits every other bell you need
she
hit.
can't be
Right.
a 6.
But this,
A 6 is
Well, we
doable.
talking about wife or girlfriend?
We talking about your woman, your baby.
I'm gonna have my baby be red
Okay.
because I can have a friend or a side bitch do all this.
Oh Lord. Okay.
I see what I'm
Okay.
saying.
That's on.
See,
Okay.
With a man,
And I've
it's a
seen
little
that.
different with
Okay.
things. It's a little different with men.
Okay. Where's your chip? What you doing?
As far as what?
A 4 that hits every bell. And you that's
4 though.
a 4 that hits every
Can
bell.
we say 6?
A 4 that hits every bell. 6 would make it too easy.
See, for me,
That
honestly,
hits every
I'm
bell.
gonna be honest with you.
Or if you could draw her.
I can get one that hit every bell. She bad as.
But no, but you
But
don't
if-
have that option.
I don't.
I'm not giving you that option.
Yeah,
Stop
see,
it.
That's bad.
So, yeah, this is life. That's how life do. And life makes you make
Right.
decisions like Mike said.
down
Had
the
a
push.
side.
I take the 4, man.
And take the 4.
I take the 4. I'll have fun with the baddie though. But the 4, like, I'm gonna cheat on her though.
How you gonna cheat on her?
And he's
You
been
may
honest.
not.
He's been honest.
I mean, I hear you.
Let's call it.
So attractive to a man is
You gonna cheat on her
what's
regardless.
the percentage? What's
Either
the
one.
percentage?
It's a matter of time.
I am. We
Let's
know
be
I am.
real.
I don't
Let's
know
be
about
real.
that.
I know.
I
I
don't
am.
know
Let's
about
be
that.
real. Even Halle Berry.
I'm a nesting creature, bro.
Hey, Jake cheated on Beyonce.
Yeah.
If Beyonce got cheated on,
First of all,
ain't
She's
none of
that
these
damn
hoes
bad,
say.
though.
first of all,
She's damn bad.
Hey,
look. First of all, like he just said, Beyonce ain't that bad.
I was more of a Kelly man.
Second, there's a 10-year age difference between them
Kelly
two.
got cheated on and
So
abused.
maturity alone, he gonna cheat on Beyonce.
You said maturity alone.
Maturity alone, Beyonce gonna get cheated on. It's a 10-year difference between them. When he was cheating on her,
But
she
y'all,
was 25.
but y'all are back. Most men are behind in maturity.
I don't know about that.
If you
That's
talk,
why.
I
That's
don't know
why
about that.
older men and younger women.
I will agree. I will agree.
No.
Okay.
In society, women are more mature as far as in establishing a career and all that other extra stuff. But y'all dumb in love. Y'all immature in love.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's talk about
Like
it.
that,
You know
like
what?
that.
Let's talk about
Like
it.
that. Like that.
Let's talk about it.
Like that.
I ain't
It's
mad
one
at
of my
that.
questions.
Like that.
What misconceptions do women have about love? Go.
Damn.
Well, misconceptions that women have about love. Your degrees
Prince
mean
Charming.
nothing.
You said pastrami.
You said
Prince Charming.
Oh, Prince
Oh,
Charming.
Prince
Yes,
Charming.
for sure.
That nigga don't exist.
Fairy tale.
That is killing
Fairy tale.
99% of women's
Fairy
idea of
tale.
love
Okay.
off the bat.
Fairy tale.
Hey, I like what you just.
Oh, I was just saying, your educational value. It means nothing.
Your degrees.
I
Your
got
degrees
you.
mean nothing.
Let me
Degrees
ask you a
make- not
question,
making
and
babies.
I get that, and like I said, I'm here to listen, but I get that. Does money?
No.
In what way? On what side?
So on a woman's side, literally, she money is from one woman. They want them to have money.
Okay.
I'm never speaking for me here. I'm just being the barometer.
Is
right?
it money or security?
It's different. Like with if I would bring me up, I'm security. It's
But
with
there
me.
is
It's
a difference.
security.
There is a difference.
There's a hella difference. I look for security. That's who I am. I gotta feel like when that burglar come in. I gotta feel like you're
No, that's
protected.
No,
not-
not. That's like.
We're not talking about that.
I mean,
Speaking on
that's protection.
what I could provide.
Right.
I'm not Jay-Z pockets.
Long term.
I know.
I'm a working man.
But do you understand that security with women? It encompasses that. It encompasses that my worry level is lesser because you're here. You ever seen a stress on a woman that has a man and she's still worried about certain that I can't. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of just like it's okay. It's kind of just like a duvet cover or something on the bed. Most men, I got some sheets, a pillow, I'm good. You like it to look nice and smell good. You don't want your bathroom to look like it do when just men use it. You like it to smell, you know what I mean? Right. There are certain things that women bring to your life that you love, that you enjoy. It's meant to be that way. You know, even if you're even not a heterosexual man, even if just men and women bring something to each other, right? When a man can't bring that to me, I am not interested. Does that make sense? There is a certain amount of worry, like, for example, if like we talked about getting some stuff done to the house, right? Getting some things. With me, if I told you exactly what I wanted, I want this in the bathroom and I want double sinks and stuff like that, but I really want the plumbing to be sound. And I go and take the kids to school and he with my wife, all that, make sure y'all get that. And if it don't right, he goes and he regulates. That's not something that I have to worry about. He's going to make sure that I'm taken care of. And it's not about him being a beta man. Mm-hmm. It's about him providing that security for me that somebody got my back other than me.
Right. Okay. So speaking
I'll
of that,
take that before money any
but
day.
Then you're talking different securities. I mean, there's certain different securities.
Yeah.
But the security I think T was speaking on was more of that.
Financial.
Like work for the city and got benefits.
Right.
And,
Right.
okay.
Right.
I mean, and
I'm
that's
not
appreciated.
rich. I don't have a few million like Jay-Z, but I got a good job. I'm bringing mortgage paid, rent paid, whatever, bills, lights is on. We got food in the cabinet.
Right.
We got clothes on our back. We
Right.
got cars outside.
And speaking for women, and that's when I was talking about, like,
I
as
right
far
there?
as women
Right.
and things, sometimes when I talk about they don't know or they don't admit to what they want, that's why they have a hard problem finding it.
Sometimes.
They don't know.
For
It's
sure.
sure. It's appreciation goes
No,
both
but I'm
ways,
saying
but
that
they don't sometimes. And I don't mean to get old school cliche, but not being able to see the forest for the trees. It's kind of like you don't see what you're looking at for what you want to see. You don't see the gems in what you're looking at for looking at the bigger picture. Look at that person and see what they what they can do for your life as opposed to how you want them to look in your life.
Well,
Does that make sense?
It's the Sierra syndrome, right?
Ooh,
Sierra,
speak on it.
Sierra had a baby with Future right off the gate, but it was Russell Wilson that changed her life. But she probably walked by a million dudes like Russell Wilson for years,
Right.
And it took for her to get dogged by a dude like Future to appreciate.
Well,
Russell.
first of all, she don't appreciate. She don't appreciate. She do not appreciate at all.
But time out. Let's be real.
Why do
Sorry.
you say that?
Let's be real.
Why do you say she don't appreciate?
She really wanted.
She don't. She don't appreciate.
No.
You don't think she appreciate Russell Williams?
No.
Why do you
No.
say that?
But that's women in
I
general.
think me personally. I think one of her. I think somebody in her circle talked her into that.
You think so?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Like
like
she had to
somebody
grow to
talk,
love
like
him?
somebody
Like she had to
talked
grow to
Will
love
into
him?
Jada.
Somebody literally said, "Look, that'll
think
be a good situation for you to."
Somebody
to
said
be
that
with
would
him.
be a good look.
Because
Somebody said that would be a good look, and they still married.
Like they
and
had to
did it.
Exactly.
co-sign Russell, but she didn't make that decision on her
she
own.
didn't see it. No, of
Somebody
course she
was
didn't
like,
make that
"Girl, that's a
decision on her
good
own.
dude. You need to go see."
So
what's
they
happening
literally
with him."
said they literally laid the whole plan out and said, "Look at this dude.
Wait, what?
You should do that."
All pretend like y'all want a good dude.
Right.
When y'all really
Like
don't.
I said, a lot of women don't know what they want, or they can't admit to what they want. You might like a good dude, a square dude that choke you up 4 times a week. You would have to admit that to yourself.
Exactly, but that's something I
And
think
admitting
that's
that to yourself is that if he choked you too hard on Thursday, you have to take your culpability in it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And women won't do that. I hate to say it now. Prime example, we were talking about Holly Berry today, and everybody's talking about some got to be wrong with Holly because she can't keep nobody. You know what?
But the ain't no good. I'll keep it 100.
Well, hey,
Well, her pickings is
Trash.
just terrible.
and this is
I'm telling you, it's
and
bulky.
but I'm with the pickings, and I'll tell you why. She keep trying to compete with these cats that's trying to be prettier than her. She keep getting with
Shaq
these
was-
pretty cats. What she need is a cat, like I said again, that work for the government or the post office.
She can mess with a hood.
And he's okay with that. He's not trying to out pretty her because he's not going to do that. She needs somebody that's not in her industry. She needs somebody that's a man that's secure. She need a James Evans corner. You get what I'm saying? She need a man that's a man's man that's gonna say, "Look, you going out there and be pretty, and I got you, and then I'm gonna walk you in here. I'm not trying to out, I'm not trying. What do they call a Jasmine brand? I'm not trying to out,
DV.
so social media you. I got you."
I'm
But
not going
when
to
it's
the
time,
grocery store with
if you to get in here and shell these peas and wash these clothes, that's what you need to do,
And
right?
the thing is,
That's what she needs. She don't need these pretty cats she keep going after.
women nowadays don't want that type of guy. You get what I'm saying? Like older women, you know what I mean, or women that are more old fashioned want that type of man.
Yeah.
That man.
Women that know life
you get what I'm saying?
want that type of man.
And-
Women that know themselves want that type of women. You have a lot of women right now that's getting what they think they're supposed to have as opposed to what they need.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Then you have the women that, I'm going to hear something about this. But then you had them women, that...
Go ahead, talk
It's
about
okay.
it. Talk about it.
Speak against the United
Well,
Front.
Speaking
I
like
mean,
folk.
Why are you thinking about it? Look,
Talk
why
about
you
these
thinking
trifling
about
outside
it?
the
Why-
manual right
Woman in a
now.
room
While
with a
you
bunch of
thinking
men.
about it, let me give you a
Speak
little
on it.
something more to think on though.
Speak on it.
When do we start teaching women the difference between assets and liability?
Oh, you don't teach. You don't teach them at all.
Can't you got to learn it?
That don't happen.
I mean,
Because when we going to start teaching y'all?
I mean, but the reality is the idea of manhood, right? We all been talking about manhood all day.
Right.
What makes a man? Certain ideal characteristics of a man.
Okay.
You see it all over the place. Every woman got her idea of what kind of man she's supposed to have, etc. Right?
She's supposed
That's
to
always
have.
in discussion.
Okay.
But what point? What stood out that all of us agreed? We don't necessarily put that type of expectation on women.
No.
We don't put an expectation on what type of woman is a woman.
Right.
Right?
Right.
We don't give them that level of responsibility. And the reality is
Well,
we talking about women who get cheated on and all that stuff, right? But the reality is you want to keep a man faithful, be an asset. Women that are assets, men think
They don't
twice
play
before
that,
they
yeah,
cheat
real
on a
shit.
woman
he
that's
said,
an
you notice
asset.
he said think twice.
Right. They think twice. They might
Men
think
are
about
gonna do
it.
what they gonna do.
They are.
But
But
it's
a
a-
man gonna think twice
Right.
if he got a chick
But at
in
the
his
same
corner
time,
that's an asset.
everyone's gonna do what they're gonna do.
They are.
Okay.
They are. But
So-
versus
You
if
know,
you got a
but-
girl that's just
No,
pretty, chilling
right.
at the crib, but she's spending all this money. She's doing what she want to do
So
whenever
that's
she
an
want to
asset.
do it.
That's a liability.
Right. Right.
Okay.
You know, she ain't bringing nothing else to the table
Bringing
outside
nothing.
being
So-
pretty and bringing right. But
Does a man sit with her and say, look here, the bottom line ain't working? Do you have that conversation, or do you go out and get that 20% of what she ain't pulling?
no, we'll just go out and get that. See, that's the difference
Exactly.
with men. We'll just go get that 20%.
Yeah,
Well,
men
she cool.
supplement. She
Right.
cool.
We-
She at
we-
the house watching TV.
Right, right.
She
I know
cool.
she doing. She
She at the stove.
straight.
She spending. She
Right.
cool. I got this situation over here that supplements what I'm not getting here.
Exactly.
I got
so
that.
now
Okay. I ain't saying this. I'm understanding.
But that's
I'm
why
just
men
this
live a
clarification.
happier life
Right.
overall,
But
because
then-
women always got to have a guy that's giving 100 and 105%.
150.
And if he not 150,
200.
and if he not a man. Period.
Well, I mean, and I hear you, but what I was going to say, when I said people ain't gonna appreciate what I say in that respect, is that you can't be man-like and want a man. And when I say
Very-
man-like, here's the
bar.
thing. Here's the thing.
Can we take a toast to that?
Oh, I appreciate it. I take it.
That was-
That's what's
bar
up.
right there. That was a bar right
Hey,
there.
it was really nice
can't-
showing a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't be man-like and want a man. And I say that in the sense
All right.
of
Time out. Fella. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
You take my young brother. Oh, a little something. One thing you do when you always toast, you sip after the toast.
Yes.
You have to. It's mandatory. If you notice, everybody did. You just tell you. When you toast, you always sip after the toast. There you go, baby boy. There you go.
but I will say it with understanding, because I get it. I will say it with relatability. We talked about a lot of our women being the heads of households and what we're having to do in a lot of senses. And when you have a man in your space, relinquishing that, because you can't have, I don't want to say it like that because that would be wrong.
Say what you're gonna say.
Well, you can't have two heads. You need a neck and a head. You can't have two heads. And a lot of women don't like the idea of relinquishing that head. And two heads aren't. You always say two women don't go in two households. You can't. Relinquishing that head is it's scary. It's that you're being very vulnerable, and you putting in essentially, and this may sound bigger, but you're essentially putting your life in that person's hands, because you can look at it very little. If there's food in the house, I get it. If there's lights to pay, I do it. If that child needs shoes, I do it. And then you have a man come along and say, you know what, let me help you with that. You're not in this by yourself. Let me be that thing. And you scared to give it to him.
Right.
You've been doing it so long, you scared to give it to him. And a lot of women, some of them scared to give them to him first. Some of them don't know how to. And I've seen them belittle that cat instead of partner with him. You understand what I mean?
I totally agree.
And you're beating why you gotta belittle that? He's not less of a man because he don't roll the way you think he should roll. Learn him. You understand what I mean? But then you have the okay, I'm scared to relinquish it, and he allows you to relinquish it, and then he get May and June on that, but July come around, it's like, God damn, where the lights and the gas?
See, so hold up.
So sometimes it's about the consistency.
No. You need to be sitting over here
What you mean?
because you're speaking like a man.
You know what?
I'm gonna keep it 100.
I have a friend. I have a friend named Tanya. Her and I always talk. Sometimes I think it's fit. I have a 50-50 mindset, or sometimes I just see for what it is, and I don't care
'cause
what
what you're
side of the
speaking on, you're
fence
speaking
I'm
on a
on.
lot
That's
of-
why I'm independent.
No, you're
Politically,
speaking
that's why I'm
You're
independent.
speaking on a lot of things while a man look at it, and you're looking at it from a woman's perspective, and I like that.
I have to.
No, and
I
I like
have
that.
to look at. I have to look at what I'm seeing.
Right.
And
Right.
a lot of us don't want it. We want the rose color. We want it to be. He just got out of prison yesterday. Why are you looking for him good credit? He don't have no. He just got out of prison yesterday.
That's why I don't like it.
Wait for him to build that credit up. It's like we have an expectation of something that's not realistic sometimes. And it could be something beautiful if you allow it to bloom.
Or if you do know that man, why you expecting, if he says he knows how to work on cars, why do I expect him to fix the roof?
Or why do you expect him to have to work for a corporation to have 6 figures?
All
If he's
that,
doing
right,
what
I'm
he's
saying, right,
if
exactly.
cars is his
Right.
passion,
That's what he does.
and you eat every night,
And he's loyal,
and he's loyal,
dedicated.
dedicated,
No, it's very
those things, and I will say, those things should be more appreciated. But let me tell you what happens sometimes.
Women want the fairy tale.
They want the fairy tale and they want the bells and whistles. We want the bells and whistles sometime. And what I notice about men and women, and I had a question I was going to ask you guys, but we kind of just ran right into it. When you're, say, a man that's in a rut, like, oh, okay, on Thursday night we go to Olive Garden. We're mid-level or higher level, upper echelon, whichever you want to look at. Third Sunday we go to church. Then, I go play golf. She go with her friends. And then you guys have a way that you do things. I'm going to grab the bathroom trash. She going to grab the kitchen trash. She wash, I dry. Routine. I get the impression, and this is, true or false, men are happy with that. Women are not.
Wait,
True
you
or
said-
false?
Or
Are
who's
men
happy
are
with
men are
routine?
more content with that? Women are less content with
As
that.
far as routine?
Yes.
Yeah, like routine.
For sure.
Honestly, men probably love routine more than women.
Right. Because sometimes routine does not fall into what a fairy tale looks like. What I find is that a man can be happy in a routine, but you think he ain't happy because in the routine, no, you're the one that's not happy. He's fine.
Well, it goes back to like what you were saying earlier, that men, we're more simple.
You got men are,
you go.
and that's the thing when I look at girl, I don't understand.
No, not
Listen,
on that.
he told you.
Not on that.
Go and do a whole bunch
He
of
told you
X,
he
Y,
go to the
Z,
First
Z.
King every payday,
No,
and he go in the back, and he go in the thing, or he go to Rhino,
In the
and he
add-on.
go at the thing, and all you gotta do is sit up and
But-
listen to him. But you try to act like he said, well, you know what? When he get off, he gonna hang out with his friends.
Right.
But where he hang out with his friends at?
Right.
He'll. Most people will tell you what they own if you
And that's what
listen,
it is, the
and
add-on.
you have to have the accountability to either say, okay, I'm willing to deal with that from him, or you know what, that's above my pay grade. I'm going over here.
But that's
and
the
you
add-on.
and then again, that's a responsibility that you have to take.
Because there's so much that we
So,
endure during the day. That's
so-
the only thing we think about is just what we have to do. We don't ever really get the peace.
And I have to be
know what?
accountable as a person to say, that's not the man I want. And she can think he's a good man. Well, girl, he was just, no, it's just, that's not what you wanted. And you have to
All right.
admit
So
that
I'm
you
asking,
walked
bro.
away from that man. And a lot of us don't want to do that.
But what do you think it is you have to do?
It ain't really what I mean. In whatever individual, as far as a male feels that they have to do, you always gonna be on that clock. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
As a man.
So
Right.
what you have to do is always gonna be on your mind. If anything comes up, if somebody that is a female in your family say, "Oh, I can't get this," you gonna get up and you gonna help naturally.
So
Other than that, you resting, you idling, you on the charger until that next duty comes along.
if you don't mind me asking real quick, the rest of these brothers, do you guys feel there's certain things you guys have to do? Like he just answered that. I mean,
Yeah. As far as
just that's your mic.
Being a man, being in a man's role, do you feel like there are things that
like
you
as
have
far
to-
as just things in general, like me as a man that I have to do,
like you sit in a room full of women and there's a spider over there and they all looking at you and you're like, oh shit, I guess I gotta
Yeah,
do
Guess
that.
I gotta go kill that spider.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to kill a
No, I don't
spider. He
want
just
to.
being a spider.
And can you admit, ooh, like I know you probably not, squeamish, but if you are squeamish, do you feel comfortable to admit that? Well, do you think they'll think you're less of a man because?
Yeah, they would.
oh yeah, they was.
Yeah,
Off the rip.
yeah.
But
That's
what
the
he was
thing.
saying, that's how it feels. Like I know what I have to. It's hard to explain it.
Go ahead.
It's just as a man, like we already have like just something that we're working towards. We know we got to do this. This is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like,
Does it feel conflicting that there are things that men should do in a society that tells you that women should be able to do everything? Does that feel conflicting when you feel like I have these set, or like you're in that room with these same women, CEOs and running businesses, and they all looking at you to kill a spider? Do you
I
think that
think-
that's conflicting?
I think,
It's the meaning.
and I might get some heat for this, but I think the equality thing, as far as women and men, there's certain things that women just can't do that it takes a man to do.
Okay,
Period.
for sure.
Right with that.
Like, and I know, like I said, I'm gonna get heat for that, but yeah, that's how I feel.
Well,
like,
you
there's
ain't gonna
certain
get heat
things-
from this room, I don't think.
There's certain things that, as a man, women just can't be equal to that.
Okay.
That's how we're built. You know what I
Right.
mean? Now, certain men can't do certain things. That's different. That's just, he just happens to be a little bit more feminine. But we're built to get certain jobs done. That's how men are built.
Okay.
And women can do certain things that men can do, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of things. There will never be really equality because there's things that women do that we can't do.
Right. I got you.
That we
You
just
never having a baby. You did.
Right.
and even as far as like the way we think, we can't. That is $1 million question. You can never
Right.
figure out how a woman thinks.
Women
Right.
think more rational.
You know what I mean?
As far as my
that's what you
opinion.
think.
Yeah.
Strategic.
You know what I mean? But
No,
Do you,
think
do, you,
women-
do you really
yeah.
think women? Are men more emotional or women?
Honestly,
Think
I
about
think
it.
it's
Think
equal.
about
I
it.
think it's
Think
equal.
about it.
I can kind of roll with Lil Bro on that.
I think it's equal.
It's more equal than anything because we are emotional, but we are emotional when it comes to certain things. Because you do something to one of my homies or something, or my kid or my woman or something, it's on.
Okay.
But whereas, something happened over here, yeah, we can get to it. You dig what I'm
Okay.
saying?
yeah, don't really phase.
Right.
Yeah, it really don't
Where
matter.
Okay, I'm gonna
you
try and
guys
be
say, "Oh my
clear.
God,
It's
my plant
situational.
didn't grow good." You guys get
Okay.
emotional.
It's
a different
situational
situation.
for us.
But now I'll be honest with you, as a man, which I know I am, women are way more stronger than men,
Okay.
just not physically.
Okay.
But women are way stronger than us
Okay.
because of the fact of you guys deal with a lot more than what we've ever could deal with. See, we get to the point where we
Who
ready
you trying to
hit.
get brownie points for? Who you trying
really
to get? But I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm gonna try and be clearer. If you agree, or the blue if you don't agree.
that women are stronger than men.
Well, no, I haven't said it yet.
Agree or red if you don't?
Red if you agree, blue if you don't.
It's not gang related.
It's not gang related. We ain't said tripping.
From LA.
You already know.
Need some different colored chips.
No.
Just because.
Black and white. So, do you agree with this statement? Men are more emotional, but they have been conditioned not to show it.
Yeah.
What's the degree?
Say what you want to feel. Don't look at us.
Real speak.
I'm not. I don't know. I think men we're emotional, but we get over it quickly. Women tend to harp on shit and let shit affect them for long periods of time. He could say, "Ooh, we go fight and then we go have a beer later."
Facts.
The same night.
Willis, that's how we grew up. But now it's they go kill each other.
No, but no, and I don't want to put this out there, but let somebody do something to your daughter.
I mean,
Let somebody do something to your daughter.
That's
Where
nothing you
are
can get
your
over.
emotions?
they all over the place.
There is no
They
emotions.
I mean, kill.
Are
mode.
they less than your wives?
Being a man.
Right. Right. Right.
They're probably more so, right?
They more so. Yeah.
Right. So in that situation, you're allowed to feel everything you want to feel.
You know what I'm saying?
But in a situation that's more, I'm not going to call it trivial, but in another situation, like a woman breaking your heart, they're going to call you a simp if you show it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I look at it like this. You have same thing, 4-year-old kids, sandbox, right? Something happened, they mess around, get too close to that thing that be turning and hit both of them on the face. They both fall off, right? Little girl, Sally, wipe her off, get her a Band-Aid, kiss the boo-boo and all that. Little boy, you tell him to walk it off. It'll be all right. You get up. Don't cry. Hit him on the butt. You get over it.
Pause.
He said, Paul. Don't you think that is a continual trend that happens throughout your life? And because that happens, don't you think it affects how you deal with your emotions today?
Of course. No question about it. No question.
I don't know.
I
Okay.
think so.
It's situational. It's still situational.
I get what you're saying, bro. But
I think it does.
truthfully, you're right. We are built to be stronger.
Mm-hmm.
We're built to be tough. We're
Situational.
built to be hard.
And you're built to survive. That's
Right.
why, like, for example, if you two get into it, you guys fight, all the aggression is out, you've done it, let's move on.
And no, don't get it wrong. Don't mean all aggression is out. But my thing is, if we homies, and especially if you grew up in the hood life and all that, it's like if we homies and we got a beef, we're gonna squab. I mean, like you said, we're gonna liquor store, get a 40 ounce, we're gonna drink it, and we're gonna
Okay,
squash it. And we
keep
may
that
become-
keep that same energy. If I'm your woman, I go out and have a baby with this guy. Are we gonna have a 40 and go out and squash it and chill?
No.
Yeah, because
That is a
What? Let's talk about it.
How is that even the same thing?
Hey, let's talk about
That's
it.
not the same
If
thing.
I no, but think about it. It's to a higher degree, but think about it.
Now what? What am I thinking about? That if my woman goes out and have a,
Or if your woman go out and do something, say she go out and do something, and
as far as for me, now I can only speak on with me because a lot
Okay.
of people, I got homies that's been through that,
right, me too.
right?
me too.
So we all get that. For me, bye. I don't need you. And if you really want to know what to say, bye.
Okay.
Get the fuck
See,
off.
the thing
I
is,
don't
the
need
thing
you.
is, if your woman goes and does that, that was never
She's
your
not your
woman.
woman anyway.
Okay, but if a guy go out and supplement with the other chip, now he said he gonna have a foe, but had a blue on the side. Was that ever her man?
Yeah,
again.
I'm still her man.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said that if the woman, you liking these questions?
It's crazy.
He said
Especially
he
married.
said if a woman step out and she do something on you, it wasn't your woman in the first place.
Right.
So if a man, like we were talking about, if you go out and you supplement because the four is watching TV and she, she doing what she do, and you have to go out and get a person that does the other thing, does that mean that you were never her man?
No. See,
No.
true-
Why?
You-
All right,
Why is
did
it? Why is it?
Did you-
Tell,
what you just
tell me
explained?
why. Is,
One
I'm not
reason
agreeing
wrong.
or
One
disagreeing.
So, Jay, what you
reason
just
wrong. One reason
explained?
wrong. A key that can open any lock is a very valuable key.
Facts.
All right.
But a lock that can be opened by any key is a worthless lock.
There you go.
And no matter how women slice it, that's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
You know, a man could go and a man is made to conquer. He's trained like that. It don't matter. Like I said, you Beyonce, he's still gonna be thinking about something every now and then.
And here's the situation. Now, plain and simple, truthfully, for instance, if I'm married, I can sleep with 30 women at night. But if I love you, that's all I'm coming home to. I wouldn't give a Beyonce.
Well, if I want you to go home, go range it off.
No, I get what you're saying. No, what I'm saying,
Range it
you guys are more emotionally
And that's
than we
what
are.
I was gonna say. When
It's
we
the most-
cheat,
you guys
when
are
we
more
cheat,
Well, when
to
you're
us,
saying-
it's-
Don't say when we.
no, what I'm saying,
when
men get out-
when men cheat,
well, most men,
there's no emotion behind it.
Exactly. Most men, it's emotional. It's no emotion.
But what about
It's
are-
emotionalist.
Okay, so
Right.
is it emotionless when she cheats for you?
No, it's
No.
not.
No,
Why?
women-
Because when a woman cheats,
No,
It's
no.
emotional.
listen what
That's
I'm
not
saying.
what I
emotionally
mean. I
driven.
know where
Listen
you're
what I'm
gonna
saying.
go, but let me clarify my question because I don't think
Okay.
I think I need to get better with my questions, and I'm not being sarcastic. I think I need to get better at
right, come
asking
on.
questions. What I mean is, are you as emotional? Are you non-emotional when she cheats, and it has nothing to do with her emotions? What? You said you cheat and there's no attachment, and I get it. And I know you're going to say women, if she cheats, that means there was more emotion. If she cheats,
No, not necessarily.
can you understand that it was just a physical thing? And is it,
No.
or if she says
No.
it was emotionless, you won't believe it?
No, here's the
Why?
difference. No, here's the difference. First of all, if a woman cheats, in my opinion, like I said, everything I speak on is my opinion. I can't speak for these men, and I won't.
Now remember, we're in a time where women are doing these hoes tunes and
Okay.
saying that I can
Fuck
run
what a
as
hoe
many
tune
men
is.
through me
See, but now
as
that goes
you
back,
women you
that
run
goes-
through.
that
I can do
goes
the same
back to
thing,
earlier conversations.
right?
It's the woman that you choose.
So these women out here that are saying that I can have
Now,
this
time
cat,
out.
this
Now,
and this.
time out.
That's not a woman that you would
Right.
want a wife.
But this is what I'm saying. Now it goes back to what you asked: who you brought home.
Right, but I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying.
So
It
that's
goes
a
back
woman
to
that you
also.
wouldn't want to bring home?
But I'm saying no.
No?
Let's get more biological with what he's saying. Right? when you taking multiple men into your body, right? When
Now, that's what you said.
No, I mean,
About
well,
the
that's
key.
but I'm
hypothetically.
Hypothetically speaking,
Hypothetically.
when a woman is sleeping with multiple men, that man, do what he do inside or whatever. That stuff stays there.
Right.
His imprint, his spirit stays there.
Yep.
When that man go and do whatever he do with these different women, he rinse it off, but she never entered his body.
Right.
She's never a part of him for the rest of his life.
So you don't think there's a soul transfer from a woman to a man?
A man has to make a conscious decision to transfer his soul to a woman.
Malarkey.
So wait a minute.
No.
You know what? I'm not. You know what? I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to be
That's
biased.
that's why
put it
I
like
cut your
this.
ass
My
off
apology.
earlier.
I'm
She
supposed
said
to be-
malarkey.
I'm supposed to be biased.
You dig?
See, this is not a woman panel.
Hey, see?
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Let's
You're
put it
right.
like this.
I'm just saying though, a man has to make when a man decide, and the reality is, let's call a spade a spade. A man makes that conscious decision when he starts spending money on you. The woman that he's spending his money on, that's where his heart is. That's where he rocking
You think
with.
so?
I know so. Guarantee you. A man,
I'll get a youngster that one.
hey, guarantee you. You look at where that man money going, and that'll tell you. That's
As
the
far
one.
as like wealth building things, we're not talking about buying you a bag.
No, we're not
That's- we're not talking about that.
We
That's
talking
nothing.
about whose mortgage is he paying?
That part.
All right, I'm gonna use the
Who he
youngster for
taking care
example. I'm
of?
gonna use the youngster for example.
Being fed,
What did he just say? He
secure.
went up to his cousins for their wedding and everything, and he took his girl with him.
Who he taking for Thanksgiving?
You get what I'm saying? He went to his cousin's wedding. He's just not taking some broad he messing with. He taking his girl.
Who come to special
Cousin or
occasions?
something like that. Right.
Around
You're
the
not
family.
just right. So that means that's potential for him.
Who's listed in his?
Now, if
emergency?
something happens, that's different.
Now, does it matter
Am
if
I
that
correct?
woman is
Right, so-
having a lot of emotionless situations on the side, but she's bringing you to Thanksgiving, but she's not bringing those other cats?
Let me say this. Let me
That's
say
way
this. Look,
deeper than what.
when women cheat, is usually often most of the time that they cheat is because they're not getting something something from the guy that she's with.
This young man is
It
27
might,
and he
it
gets
might
it.
not be her man might be less emotional towards her, affectionate. It's something that she's not getting from her
disagree.
boyfriend
There
or
you go.
her husband.
It can't be dick.
She goes.
I disagree.
Damn.
It could be that too.
No,
she,
like the dick is
but
whack?
she will go.
I mean,
she will go.
or an abundance of, or a
Nah,
variety.
I
I don't
disagree
know.
with that.
And that's
I'm just
not-
asking.
that's-
These are literally questions.
No,
I'm
no,
not.
I disagree.
That's not true because there's been a lot of situations, and I know some people have been through a situation, but that's not usually the case. They'll
That's not
still
usually
cheat
the
on
case
you,
for women.
even if the man is laying it down.
I'm not saying. I'm saying
she's emotionally
there may
she's
not
not
be.
satisfied.
Okay, so let me
You get
ask
what
you
I'm
a
saying?
question. That
guy
goes
will go
along the.
smash a chick and be like,
And it's a young dude saying
just
Okay.
look fine.
No, and I got
just
you.
look fine.
I got you. So
was drunk,
in
matter of
that
fact.
in that respect, so your woman can be putting it down in every way, and you'd go
Yeah.
do something else.
Yep.
Why?
No.
No, yes.
If she's doing everything, like you said, you
That's
talk
not
about he
possible.
putting it down, he
I would
laying
say
it down.
yes.
That means
That's
she
not possible. You
she
said a
won't
man
go
or a
out.
woman?
I'm talking about a man.
Will a man still?
That's not
Yeah.
I'm
possible.
gonna be honest with you. Yes. Now,
Okay.
Not possible.
now I'm gonna say I can speak on me.
Oh well,
and
we
I'ma
have.
say- and I'll be
Okay,
honest
so
with
hold
you.
on a second.
Beyonce is not the finest thing in the world.
No, but I'm saying
Let's
not
be-
all men will. But yes,
First of all, he broke her. He's 10 years older than her. She is
She
non.
made him a billionaire,
She
bro.
is no.
Yes.
She is non-experienced in
Jay
that
is not a
department.
billionaire without
She is
He
non-experienced.
don't bag Beyonce. He is not.
He's
a
10.
billionaire.
Look, he's 10 years older. His sexual experience is 10 years older than Beyonce. She's not doing what she was supposed to do at that time frame.
But who says she was supposed to do it? It's just a matter of he has different tastes.
It's not that. I'm
And so
saying.
he just
Truthfully.
wanna
What
taste
I'm
it
saying
a little
is-
different.
what I'm
I
saying
don't know,
is-
nigga eat a steak every day.
No.
There you go.
Hold on.
Want a piece of chicken.
But hold on. But the point I'm trying to make is that when it was going on,
Right.
she was still a piece of chicken.
Okay.
He'd had steak already. I'm gonna keep this chicken and until it turns into some filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet
I don't
mignon.
feel it mignon. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's situational though.
Into a flat nut. It's never gonna be.
That's not true.
She never gonna turn tricks the way some of these chicks on the video shoots turn tricks.
That's my whole. That's my whole point. You're
Yeah.
proving my point. That's what I'm saying. He invested in her at the same time, she was nowhere experienced at the point he already experienced. Right. He just invested in her.
But
you get what I'm saying? So him being surprised that he cheated on Beyonce is not the finest woman in the world.
We know that.
She's not ugly, but she's not the finest thing in the world.
What
Let's
I'm
just be
saying is
real.
But the people that don't understand why he cheated on Beyonce are women.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Men don't ask that question.
Right.
That's a good
We're not confused.
Let's get
That's
away
a good
from-
point. But hold on 1 second. I want him to go ahead. Say that. Finish that.
Women the only people that shocked that he cheated on Beyonce.
Right.
Women are shocked that he cheated on Beyonce because it's Beyonce.
Yeah,
she
but
was just
what man is like okay.
if she's
Let's
average,
take-
if she's
let's
average,
take
it doesn't
her name
matter.
out of the
He see her as an
perspective.
average chick. He
But
saw
to-
Beyonce.
hey,
He
come
been
on,
on
bro.
Beyonce. He been on Beyonce since she was 21. She was
Right.
an average chick at that time. The chicks on
Right.
this video shoot was way
Dude,
better than her.
Like I said, little bro.
He
take
just
her out of
invested in her,
perspective. It's
and now
men
he's getting
and what
return
we
on his
do.
investment.
And what was my statement earlier? You gonna find a man's heart by where he's spending
But
his
this
money,
is what
who he
that's-
invested in.
And that goes back to what I said. It's not about what we have already. It's about that's just something for us to do and something for us to conquer. We are conquerors.
I understand that, but I really do understand that. But I think what Todd is saying, women need to understand. Women need to understand that.
Nah, keep going. Go
You need
ahead.
to understand what?
What he was saying when he was saying the only people that was shocked were women.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. Why are we talking about them?
Because they're just
not
an
a conversation.
example.
No, but we're saying as far as real people, which they are, they're just rich people and social media.
That's what I'm
people.
saying. They rich people. Like
That's all.
Even
But what I'm
even their
saying-
whole
but
demographic
we're
is
talking
different from
about
a normal
with
folks.
men.
Stop
But we're
comparing your
talking
life
about
to rich
But
folks.
what I'm saying, still with him, he's just a man, just like me, him, and him.
Right.
Right.
We all are the same way, regardless of whether he's married, he's in a relationship, he's in a relationship, I'm single, do
Okay,
whatever.
so-
But the difference is, I like my girl or my woman, whoever I'm with at the time, but I'm going to still around and do what I want to do because that's what I like women. But for instance, if he goes out to mess around, it's not the fact that he wants to cheat on his girl or want to cheat on his girl or want to just, but he sees something like, man, just one time. That's all he want to do is touch it. This man might see something he might.
And you can
It's
risk it
opportunity.
all.
Right.
You may
it's
be
not
risking it
about
all.
that. I don't want to. I don't want to lose this. This is just something I'm gonna do over here real quick.
Well, this is
Now,
the
Are
thing.
we
See?
opportunists?
Well, no,
As
it's
men?
not.
There you
No,
go. There you go.
I don't think it's even
That's the word.
opportunist.
That's it.
I don't even think it's
I like that word.
opportunist.
I
I just
agree
think
with that word.
I think men in relationships they die. We get in relationships to die, and we want to. I mean, because when we get in relationships, we don't exist no more to society.
Nah,
think so?
Nah,
See,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
disagree,
For
bro.
sure.
disagree
Nah, I'm gonna
And what I
disagree,
mean by
bro.
that, hear me
I
out.
disagree,
This is
bro.
what I
Hear him
mean.
out.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. If you cheat or well, I ain't gonna say cheat. If you entertain another female, it's all ego driven. It's for you to feel that you exist in this world still to this day, because you don't feel that you exist when you're in a relationship. You feel that you are confined to this one woman, and at the same time you don't exist to other women. You don't you lose your barometer of who you are as a man. So if a woman entertains you right, you're going to entertain it back because it feels good to say that I do exist. I am here. I am alive. I do pump. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
It doesn't mean, look, and it doesn't
I
even
get
mean
what
going
you're
all the way
saying.
through with it. You can like photos because, look, there's females that's tripping if you like photos on Instagram.
We were just talking about that, right.
Just liking a photo on Instagram
That
can
shit
get
crazy.
you deleted in life.
That shit
To
crazy.
say that your eye socket should only be for her, but she ain't even entertaining your
we're
eye
not
sockets to
talking
say
about
what I
her.
need you to be.
We're talking about
You
us.
get what I'm saying?
I hear
I'm
what
talking
you're
about
saying.
us.
I
I'm
hear
saying
what
the
you're
nature of men is that once you get into something, you're dead to the world.
See,
That's
and
how women see it. You're dead to the world.
That's how-
This is
that-
all you look.
Some women.
I am the captain now.
That's how,
look at me.
That's how women, that's
You
how
feel me?
women see it.
Right,
Just 'cause
exactly.
That's how they see it. That don't mean that's how we see
No,
it.
I know.
Right.
So my point is that's how they get in trouble. That's how women lose the connection between their man is that you all of a sudden assume as soon as y'all get in a relationship, nobody else exists but me.
Hold on,
Right,
bro.
right.
We're not talking about women.
You get what I'm
You're
saying?
right, you're
And
right.
what you
You're
like
absolutely
does
right.
not matter no more.
Right.
We're talking about
If it's
us.
not me, then it does not matter no more.
right.
We're talking
And they
about us.
lose that.
We're talking about us.
I'm
No,
talking.
I get what he's
Since
saying.
we're talking,
No,
since
I
we
feel
talking
what
about
he's saying.
y'all, since we talking about
Right.
y'all, and I just have to reel it in a little bit. So as we talking about y'all, where does that boundary happen? So with Mike was talking about you don't want a steak every night. Why buy the steak? Why put yourself in a
That's what
position
I agree with.
that's something to ponder.
Now that's me.
Now, to me, is that when we talk about women don't look at reality, women don't look at certain realities, and women look at a fairy tale. It may not be a fairy tale, but no. I'm talking about on the men's end. Women look at women not sometimes, and women don't hate me, but women have sometimes we have a fairy tale in what we see. And I'm saying women like I'm not one. I get that. But what I'm saying is that a fairy tale that you can live this life and, and come home and the clothes are ironed and stuff like that. And it might be, it's not that 100% one that you want. Is it a fairy tale that you can do that? Go and get her on every Thursday and Saturday, and that is a pure existence that's going to be fed. Is that reality that life can continue that way, and that's going to be fruitful?
Okay, so look, I'll put it like this. I think a lot of women get in relationships and they forget.
Talking about women.
Hold on. I think women in relationships I think people get in relationships and women forget that they have a man. And they lose the barometer of what it was when they were a girlfriend.
Okay.
A man always wants to date their girlfriend. Even when we get married, I still want my girlfriend.
I got you.
She loses the girlfriend barometer and turns into an instructor and turns into a sergeant, and you lose the aspect of who you were as a girlfriend.
Almost like a parent, and it's very hard to be attracted to your parent.
Exactly.
I got that.
Women tend to stride away from what the man initially fell in love with.
Right.
Okay.
That's what.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. So when women say, he don't bring me flowers no more, he don't do this no more, it's kind of like
Because you're not the same.
You're not doing
the
what you used to
girlfriend
do
no more.
anymore.
You're not in sync
Okay.
no
So
more.
do you have that conversation with her? Do you try it? And I already know what I'm gonna hear.
Have a conversation with a woman.
You know what?
No.
You know what?
Come on.
It goes back to the.
But do you have that conversation, or just go find somebody else to give flowers to?
Communication.
Do you have that conversation, or find somebody else to go have flowers
It all
to?
goes
Because
back
think
to-
about it. Like I said again, when you go back to your home, were you taught to communicate, or were you taught to? Sometimes you didn't see your mom you didn't see the dynamic of a man and a woman. So sometimes I think on both parts, and you guys tell me if you agree or not. It's hard on both parts knowing what to do.
As far as what?
Communication, how to communicate, how to say this ain't working for me tactfully, how do we get it back? As opposed to, because to me, relationships aren't destroyed outside, they're destroyed inside.
I agree.
And to talk before it goes
Let me ask
outside.
Can I
So
ask them a question?
when I'm finished asking,
Yeah.
how do you communicate when you weren't taught to communicate? And do you feel your way of handling those issues is the best way, or do you feel like you want to be better at it? Do you feel like, forget the headache, I'm just gonna figure this out? For me, and sometimes figuring that shit out for me is finding somebody else to go appreciate these flowers, or I'm gonna figure it out. Well, maybe I ain't meant to have no ass on Thursday no more. However you're figuring it outness is, or do you say, look, babe, look, I love you, but this shit, we really need to fix something that ain't working here. What does your problem solver look like? Because I think that last one is what we don't do. Because firstly, like, if you're talking to me about your love life and we've talked, like, you're gonna be real with me on what the deal is, but you're not gonna sit down and have that conversation with her because you're worried about how she might take it. Oftentimes, if I say something about you, and this is nature, I'm going to immediately want to defend myself. I'm going to immediately, if you tell me something that's not favorable, it's going to immediately hit me somewhere emotionally. And I might shut down for the rest of what he has to tell me. So, right?
I
you're
think,
not even
I
hearing.
think,
Okay.
I think when a guy kind of hits that point where, because I'm pretty sure everybody's done that at one point with some female that has done that at one point, that had a serious talk with them.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I am kind of feeling you. I want to be with you. I want to make this work. But if this don't change, I'm a dip.
Mm-hmm. And is your dip sometimes dipping a toe? A dip is impact your
it means like I'm done. I'm over this.
Now, the
'Cause I
majority
know
of
at the end
cats,
the
don't
day-
you mean dipping a toe?
No, he means leaving.
I know what he means. I said the majority of cats. The majority of men, especially like
That's why-
rent
that's why I
in
said-
California.
That's why I said,
How much it costs to live in California? And if you in a comfortable home situation,
that's why I said, I
sometimes
think
is
when a guy
dip
hits
just
that
dipping, or is dip actually packing up and finding another
But
homestead?
you hear what I'm saying? I think when a guy that's why I said when a guy hits that point,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? Because that means he really loves that girl, or he really is seeing something here.
If he's willing to
and
explain.
if he's willing, because that's not what we do.
Right.
It takes a lot for a man to sit there and tell the female, hey, look, let's talk real quick, because I
Right.
want this to work.
Right.
So I'm gonna have this conversation with you. It's already taking a lot, and like you said, we're not really good at communication.
I don't mean just you. I don't
just-
think we're good communication as a species.
Yeah, and the thing is,
men and women now.
the
Huh?
thing is, when men hit that point, when men
That's
hit
what I'm
that point, you
saying.
have
That's
that
that was the
conversation,
problem.
and you don't see what you know what I mean. You don't see the reaction that you wanted. You already kind of hit that point where you're like, I'm done. I'm gonna dip.
Right.
Not
Now-
dip my toes. I meant like I'm
Right, but
done.
some men do that.
Mhm.
And you have other men that are just where you're talking about, but like I joked about the rent in California. But okay, I'm here, my kids are here, getting out here and splitting everything we have. We're married, splitting all that. Can I stick it out a little bit and just, be home a little less and go supplement it? Some do that. Some do that as opposed to dip
I guess it's
altogether,
different-
right?
I guess it's different when you have kids involved like that. But I do know people personally. I do know people that have owned a house and they live together and they split. There's certain things that happen that there is no. Let's
You're
try to
looking
make
at
this-
one.
Let's try to make this work.
You're looking at one. It's not an easy.
It's tough.
It's tough, but
that's why
what
I
you
said when
have
you
to
hit that
do is
point-
you have to, and I think that's what all of us. You have to establish.
It's trying to make something work and only one side's willing to work.
I mean that's
When
a
you
symptom.
when you get there,
That's a symptom. Like for example, we talk a lot about like maybe affluent men, and they get that woman, they get that. Like you said, she not a 4 trying to get a 6. So she a 10, she a dime, she everything like that. But he out doing a little bit of whatever, and she can go, but look at all the upside. The upside is the way she lived. The upside
But
is
even with all
that
shit,
he
that is
she
not
she.
reality.
Hold
No,
on,
that's not
but hold
reality.
on a second. That's a lot of people's reality.
No, but that's not reality
listen,
for
but-
any of us.
Well,
For men,
well, what I'm saying is that
I'm just speaking on a man perspective. and I
no,
think a
but
lot of
that
these men
no,
can't.
but sometimes it is. It's about quality of life.
No, but a lot of women fall into that thinking.
Not talking about women.
What are we
I'm talking. We were talking about me when he said that
no,
happens,
we're
and I
not-
know
we're not
people
talking about you.
that's happened to, and I said I was one, and
Yeah, we
one
don't
one
wanna
way
talk
to
about
do
you.
that. Okay, we don't want to talk about me,
Right.
but you have to establish what your thing is. You have to establish what your quality of life is, and sometimes going backwards is better than being unhappy here. Going backwards, you look at maybe the come up is better later. It's the quality of life. It's kind of like people living in Hemet that work in downtown LA. How big is that house? You know what I'm saying?
Is it worth having
Look.
a house
Is it
if
worth
you can't enjoy it?
exactly?
I think the toughest thing that women battle with is receiving information, because they always discuss on how the message was delivered and not what the message is. And that's where y'all lose 90% of the time, because it's how you said it.
But that
it should-
matters.
no, it does not. It does not matter when you're. No. Listen to me. Hear me out.
Right.
A man is always confined to make sure that we make sure y'all happiness is what it is. Men don't do soft shit just because they want to. They do it because y'all like it. Right. So when it comes to a man, if we deliver information a certain way, learn how to receive what we're telling you and not how we telling you. You get what I'm saying? What's the whole point? Because the difference is that you give more you give more leniency. You give more leniency to your boss than you do your man. Your boss can talk to you however he want to, as long as he delivering that message. But let your man talk to you sideways and still deliver that same message. Oh, it was just how he said it to me.
But let's say why though.
But if you get in check though from your boss, you can take it however you want to.
As long as your boss don't fire you.
As long as your boss don't fire you, you fine. You get what I'm saying? So what's the message is that at the end of the day, learn what the message is as what he's telling you. Other than, oh, he told it to me like this, so I tuned out. Okay, cool. So you're immature. A lot of women are, like I said, this goes back to what I said. A lot of women are immature in love.
Yes, very true.
And very mature in society.
Yes.
Or is that a matter of maturity, or is it they making a conscious decision?
Yeah.
Because if they can make a conscious decision when they job on the line,
They job is
then
daddy.
They making a conscious decision to tune your ass up.
Oh yeah, their job is daddy at the end of the day.
Right.
Because
Right. That's really what it comes
if
down
they
to.
decide that
Not
they
the
can
or the dollar is daddy.
right. Because if they can decipher that my tone is too much for you to receive the message, then you're not mature enough to even understand what I'm telling you.
Right.
I got it. I hear you.
All that. That's
I hear you. I mean, I hear
Tough.
you. And I get it. I get it. Tact is huge, and oftentimes there's not time for that. Oftentimes there's not time for tact and how you say things, but it does matter. It's like me telling you, hey, by the way, your mama died. It's like, why you tell me like that? You know what I'm saying? So there is validity on how.
Yeah,
well,
but that's different. You talking about
but
death.
listen. No, but listen. What I'm saying is there is validity on how you say things sometimes, but I get what you're saying too.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
a different
totally
situation.
You got to realize men.
It's a different situation, but it's tact. It's kind of like for example, if you feel like you can tell her you look fat in that dress, as opposed to baby, that ain't the dress you want to wear.
Well, but hold on,
Right?
But hold on. The thing about that dress is she already asked it. She already know the answer.
Maybe.
Well,
No, ain't no maybe.
She might be on the fence.
Ain't no maybe.
She might be on the fence.
She know the answer. That's why she asking.
She's not
She
quite.
want to confirm what her thoughts are.
She might be
That's all
feeling
what it
a
is.
little bloated. Let's call it what it is.
so like for example,
She might be feeling a little
No, she
funny,
just
but
don't wanna know
she
the
don't
answer.
know.
and she might
No,
want some
she knows.
reassurance
She don't wanna
and
hear the
someone
real
she
She know.
What it is, she don't want to hear that.
She don't
answer.
ever
might
want to hear
want
the
some
real
reassurance.
answer.
Now, for
Women love
okay,
being
so
lied
say
to.
that women love being lied to. Remember that. So
No, I ain't
so
saying
listen. Okay, so I had this dress on, and
It's
I
hard
say,
for me to lie.
listen. So I had this dress on, and I say, hey baby, I
my
look
woman.
fat in this dress. Now you can say you can say I like the red one better, or you say yeah you look fat as. Which one you gonna choose?
Say it again.
But the delivery, I mean, okay,
wanna hurt your
that
feelings.
delivery
Say
is
that again.
what I'm saying. See, but that
Say that
delivery
again.
I
is
just don't
different.
like
I said-
that dress.
You say you know what I like the
not
blue
it.
one better. That's not the dress.
That's
Do you
not
say
it.
that's not dress? You look fat as hell.
No, you
No,
just say
you
that
just say
ain't
that's
it.
not.
That ain't it.
I don't like it.
Right.
You just be
so
like, no. You just say that ain't it.
in the-
You honestly give your honest opinion. No, that ain't it.
I understand that, but in
You
this
don't say
no,
you look fat.
Right,
You
right.
just say,
Detail.
no, that ain't it.
I use that example to keep in mind. I know what you're saying.
But why do women ask us that? Because they really don't.
They're looking
wanna
for
know the answer.
reassurance for you.
Yeah,
do
but they
you
don't
do
wanna
you
know the
think?
answer.
They want to see how far you willing to accept.
No,
accept
baby,
the
you look
truth.
good in that.
Right, that part.
You look good. You look good
But
in
if I
anything
keep
you
it
put
100
on,
with
girl.
you,
Should ask your.
If I
That's what
100
he
with
asked. He'd be like,
if I keep it
no.
100 with
He
you,
be
you
like,
don't want to
no.
hear that.
That's why I asked Adrian. I'd be how does he be like?
Right.
I
So
asked
your
my
son,
son.
he sound good, but if your man said, "Keep it again." You
Well,
dig
no,
what I'm
he.
saying?
My man ain't gonna say that. My
What
man
if he
nurtured
said,
me.
Baby, you don't look good in that. What would you say?
I'll be like, okay. Well, shit. I take his word. If he
No,
say I
that's
don't
what
look good,
You
in
would
it,
say, but if it was some other women over here, man, and they ain't gonna be honest about it.
see, I'm
They ain't
different.
gonna keep
So
it
that's
100.
why I don't want to give my.
either. Right. That's why it's our panel.
Yeah, that's why it's
They
y'all
going
y'all
through-
panel.
we
That's
good.
why it's y'all
What
panel.
they going through right now.
Okay.
This is our panel. So it's
Okay.
good because the first thing is if we are honest about that shit, like damn, baby, don't wear that shit. That shit don't look right.
Okay, I got
Or
one
that
more
don't
one
fit
more
you right.
question.
Well,
and then-
before we move on, the reality is the way men talk and the way women talk is different.
it's different.
Men will talk to other men just like that. Men will
I
say,
know.
We are very brutal.
Nigga, you looking real
That's for the right now. Why are you wearing that? You know, and then and I'm gonna take it like, oh damn, for real? I knew I shouldn't have ate that extra. It's quarantine 15. It's your boy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm back at the gym though. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm gonna be back.
I lost 5 pounds.
Right. So get off me right now. Right. But it ain't no love lost. We understand.
Right.
We appreciate that.
And that's real because one of my homies. It's
I told him. I mean, Angela, I'm sorry. I told you that. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
And she was trying to give me a different type of
look here.
A
Don't
point
be
of
saying
view.
what I be.
A different
get
type
into
of point of view, but
You
I
said
told her
something to your girl?
that's how guys are.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
he
how-
said
we're
he
very
said the
blunt with each
same
other.
thing,
That's
kind of same
because
thing.
it goes
Shit.
back to women are a little bit more emotional.
That's that
Because
daddy
a
shelter
guy
and
will
stuff.
look at a guy and be like, "Hey, bro, like don't go out like that. You look goofy as hell."
Okay,
Right.
Check so.
that's
Yeah,
I mean
real
it's
talk.
love.
That's the love right there. That's
check-
love.
so I got-
That's our love.
But check this out. Check this out.
And then we be like, this thing
when
you popping right
females-
now. That's a
when females
compliment.
is getting ready, they, oh girl, you don't look right in that
Yeah,
dress.
they
Like that
gas you.
dress.
Your
You
homegirl's
shouldn't
not
put
your
that dress
homegirl.
on. You
She
should try
gas
this
you.
dress on. You know what I mean? Because she don't want to tell her you look fat as hell in that dress.
Yeah.
Go ahead, try this one on. It kind of cover you up.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
They like
don't
being
do that.
lied to at the end of the day.
It's lying if she told. I mean,
You working that girl? Shut your fat
Angela's
shit.
lying.
Right.
If she
You're
told me
not.
you ever got ready with homegirls getting ready to hit the club and you saw one of your homegirls like she put something on and she looked ridiculous and you told her flat out, "Bro, you look goofy as hell in that."
Yeah.
I didn't tell her she looked goofy, but I said, you know what? I don't think it flatters you. I think I like them red pants you got. I think that'll look better.
That
with
was
this.
a very- that was a very nice way to
that was
put
a
it.
man statement right
That was
there.
a very
You know
nice
what,
way to put it.
truthfully,
That's how I roll. That's
Women
how I don't look.
don't like hearing the truth.
No.
Plain and simple. Y'all don't like.
Okay,
hearing the
let's
truth.
go around the room.
It's a
and
lot of lace
this is gonna be
weaves
our last
running
one.
around.
Lace
This
fronts.
is,
Lace
this is gonna,
fronts.
okay, this is gonna be our last one.
What's that?
If they was truthful.
That's gonna be our last one. What do women not want to know the truth about?
Everything.
Themselves.
Right?
Themselves.
That's
Everything. Can you be a bit more specific?
He said it themselves.
How so?
They don't.
I don't want to get cussed out when my wife see this.
That was a serious deep breath right there. He said, I saw the whole body drop
Man.
like about a good 3 inches right there.
You know what? We talked about something.
What's that?
We talked about something, and I think it's a good way to kind of wrap up and think and say maybe start something next time. When we talked about support, and you were saying back my play.
God.
Remember that conversation we had?
When we was at the studio,
We were
my
at the
wife
studio.
me and my wife had an argument. I was disciplining my daughter. She disagreed with me in front of my daughter about how I was disciplining her, like she was running the show. I had to put her in her place. Not saying that she, you know what I mean, we're a team. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But daddy's here when it comes to our children.
Right.
If you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm gonna listen to you, but we're gonna do that in private.
Facts.
But until then, you backing everything I say. And then if I'm wrong, you let me know, and we could go accordingly.
In the room.
That's it. And that's all.
Yeah. I remember
Trying to
that.
see
Exactly.
who you around this motherfucker.
No.
Because I know that's how I get down.
Right.
Period.
Right. And it's
But
a
I see
lesson
when I come to my
too.
sons, that's it.
So it's a lesson too to cut and circling back to, well, like I said, why I started this is because I heard gems like that, and I heard things that you guys were saying that weren't being heard when I had a co-ed environment. So there's might be a woman that was sitting in a room that needed to hear that maybe she kind of does the same thing with her dude. And you know what? We can talk about our game plan together, and then we go in there and I'm gonna be the coach and you're gonna be the offensive lineman or whatever, the offensive coordinator, but I'm gonna go in there and tell them what's what, and you back my play. Now if you didn't like it, Monday morning quarterback, and we go when we in the room and you in the shower brushing your teeth and we talk about, baby, I think XYZ, that's where we talk about it. You don't have distinction in the ranks in front of the kids. You know what I mean? That's how they divide and conquer. What daddy said. Yep. What mama said.
Easiest way.
So yeah.
That's the easiest way.
I felt like I learned a lot. I appreciate y'all allowing me to be in these company of men. I hope we can do it again.
Honestly,
I want to do
would
it again.
say Man, I appreciate being with you younger brothers. Man, you guys.
Yeah, I'm feeling old.
Sounded like
I
a
like
grandfather.
this.
I told you got some quarters and some hard candy in
I'm
his
a
pocket.
G dude. I love my G card.
You about to take you to Home Depot, teach you how to.
Yeah, I go to home. Now I'm going to
Boy,
Lowe's
man, you
first.
better go and stop that. Go and get that wrench over there and
Hey,
pull
look,
it on.
You dig? No, I love my G card. Y'all know that. You know, especially the ones that know me. Now I love the fact that y'all young brothers, I see y'all, and this what we need more of, are more of my younger dudes. You dig what I'm saying?
Do you
I
think
would
they
like-
open to hear that? Do you guys ever see a younger dude that need to hear something?
Oh, definitely.
And hold off on
Man, this whole man, don't get me started. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, no,
You
I
know.
know.
I'm gonna be
And
quiet.
I'll be honest with you.
It's
There's
wild
a
out
lot
here.
of people.
Right.
There's a
Let's
lot
be
of people like around my age that you can tell like they're not willing to accept it, like to learn. You get what I'm saying? So, for example, I'm the type of guy where I see somebody older than me. Obviously, he's been around longer than me. You know what I mean? He's experienced stuff. On times is different, but he's experienced stuff that I haven't. You know what I mean? So I'm willing to hear, like what you said earlier. I'm willing. I'll hear him out. Hear all he told me, and then certain things I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take that. You get what I'm saying?
They got the
And
playbook,
that's gonna stick with me. You get what I'm saying? And there's cats that are my age that I feel like I know what I'm doing. I don't need to listen to him. I don't care how old he is. He don't know what he's talking about. I know what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? And they're not willing to
Idiotic.
take and retain information. You know what I mean? Not knowing that this dude's trying to put you up on game. He's been there, done that. You know what I mean? He exactly what you doing. He did it, and he knows what happens because he didn't found out the hard way. This is what happens when you do it the way you're doing it. But you so hard headed. There's kids my age that's so hard headed. They like, nah, man. Nah, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And then they find out.
And something I would like to reiterate on him. Dudes in my age group, we can learn from them. We don't never stop learning. To the day we leave this motherfucker,
What
that's
can
when
you
we
learn
stop.
from them?
Everything. We learn everything that's going on in life now and everything that they doing. You know, I listen to all these dudes. That little bro, no, I listen to everything that they doing. That's how I'm on top of what's going on out here. We ain't never getting that hole. You dig what I'm saying? So the
You going to
difference
Spires for dinner tonight, huh?
is- You say who?
You going to Spires?
What the hell is that Spires? All right.
You going to Spires?
Man, we're going in one of them things. Hey, but nah, hey, Ange, I really appreciate this
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, thank you.
This was real fun. It was real cool.
Would you do
was
it
real
again?
cool. Hell yeah, all day. I love the fact we was able to speak our minds. I like the panel situation. I appreciate these brothers, and you did your thing. You did.
Appreciate you like that Remy too, huh?
Please believe that's even more so.
This only episode
y'all,
1.
See, look, y'all
for
just
sure.
seeing this. Y'all seeing this on this little thing. But look, we have to get down in the back and everything.
The after party for the
Right.
thing.
It was good. We had our Remy cracking. We had our
Mike.
snacks. Everything was good.
You was about to say something, Mike.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, this is a great situation. I think the multi-generational aspect is nice.
Would you do it again?
Definitely would do it again.
He just saying that because y'all sitting here. I'm gonna call him, hit him next week, and be like, "Look here."
I'm gonna get his ass. Don't worry about that. We're
I
gonna get his ass.
I got it. You know, what I mean, it's like OG was saying. You know, we all learn in game from one another because we all trying to get better. Iron sharpens iron. Steel
That's
sharpens
what's up.
steel. You know what I mean?
Good.
So,
Just is what it is. And, you know, the reality is like this new generation. You know, I'm 37. I talk to my young dogs, you know, like him because the reality is they teach me stuff too. Like they are a bit more open emotionally than even my generation is, right? Like, you know, my generation, and for me personally, it's been a process learning how to not, when I say open up emotionally, it's not saying I'm becoming more emotional, but learning to really digest emotions.
Your feelings,
right? Like
yeah.
that's the thing that, you know, there's been a large discussion around black mental health, male
Absolutely.
mental health, etc. That's been a huge discussion lately, especially over the quarantine period. You saw a lot of dudes, but that's been a big deal because for so, you know, I try to take it out of just a black male thing, but as men, period, men don't necessarily go through life learning how to digest their emotions
Absolutely.
outside of anger.
And you guys have had a lot of trauma,
Right.
And you're not taught to get help with
Right.
it
Right.
and deal with it. I
We don't
agree
get a
with you.
break. Men don't
and
get
then
breaks.
that translates into our relationships, right?
Absolutely.
You know, everybody talks about bringing baggage into relationships in the form of chicks bringing kids, or tricks bringing baby daddy drama, or dudes bringing baby mama drama. But the reality is, it all starts mentally. Our physical reality is just a physical manifestation of what's going on with us mentally and emotionally, right?
Yeah.
So
we had a talk. We were at your house. We were in the Years of Garage, and I said we were talking about this exact thing. And I said that if you get in a room full of maybe 10 men and you guys have a conversation and you are allowed to kind of open up and just talk about your experiences, there's going to be at least 2 in that room that dealt with some major trauma in their life and in their past. And more than likely, they weren't helped through it. They weren't encouraged to get healing from it. And they feel vulnerable to even mention it. And then somebody kind of talked about something, and it's like, look, and it's like, it's here. And then that man goes out and creates families and has babies and tries to learn how to navigate that.
Women have healing circles all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Goes back to what V
And
was
not to
saying
be, and hold on a second, and not to be, I ain't Jesus, but I would like to be a starting point for that. I would like to be a starting point for that conversation, because here's the thing: you could have something that happened in your life and your mental health, and he might speak on a resource that you might really be able to benefit from.
Understand.
And I don't think he should feel away by saying, I don't think either one of them should feel away, and vice versa. Hearing a way that, he may father, or he learned to father, and say, I'm going to try that with my son, or I'm going to try that with my daughter. That's what we need to be doing.
you spoke on
Because we
that.
ain't all out here by ourselves. Nobody has the answer.
We need to bring
But a
community
lot of
back.
men are
that
out
Oh,
by
for
themselves.
sure.
Well, just
For
that alone, just let me get my last in. That's the same thing with us as black men as getting our health together.
Oh, yeah.
Stop being scared to go to the damn doctor, getting your prostate and all that taken care of. All that shit is played the fuck out.
We falling.
Man,
We falling
handle
out of
that.
here.
Don't be scared. It ain't.
I want y'all to see y'all grandkids.
All that.
I want y'all to
did
see y'all
all the above.
grandkids. In the
That.
80s, it was the drive-bys. You know what I'm saying? These days, go to doctor, see what's going on.
This helps.
Man, it's
It's
nothing.
health.
It's about our health, and it's about us keeping our shit together.
I got a
We're better than
colonoscopy.
that. I damn sure.
Man,
didn't
I
do it.
bought me a drink. You know what I'm saying? I had a drink. I greased
Look,
up.
do
You
this.
understand me?
She put extras on there. Trust me.
Lord.
Yeah, made it a nice
100%.
experience for everybody involved. You understand me?
Well, all right.
I don't know. Women might have a little easier, but I'll keep it 100 with you. Man, it's nothing to it.
It's nothing.
Handle your business. And I'm a gangster motherfucker. Keep it 100. You can handle that shit.
Yeah.
Man, it's
You're not
nothing to
even.
it.
They sedated you, and
Man. Man, I
but
done did both.
We have to.
Prostate and the little finger thing, and it's nothing. It's nothing.
You weren't supposed to
Finger
make that on
thing.
camera.
That just sound crazy.
It
And
does.
on that note,
Doc with a trip.
right, on that note, we gonna close it up.
We gonna go.
Let's close it up. But no, I appreciate y'all being here, and we gonna do it again.
Yes,
we gonna
ma'am.
do it
Yes,
again.
ma'am.
All right, in that respect,
Oh, yeah, that was
be well.
Peace.
And that's it.